Okay, so the recording has begun. This is day number 3, week 2 of our journey here together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. So let me introduce myself. My first name is Isaac. My last name is Petit, Mr. Petit. That's what you could call me. Someone's asking what is my name. So my name is Mr. Petit, and it is a joy to be teaching you all of you. Um, I asked you how was your day. Didn't tell you how was mine. And so mine is awesome. We had a field trip today. We went to Robinson the Tribes. That's like a Junkanoo place. And the kids enjoyed themselves there. And so we didn't really do any teaching today. So that was that. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all school have field trips and on the second week, but this is actually our second field trip for the semester already. Yeah, our second. So I know the kids are happy for the field trip, so then there's that. So uh where do I teach? Oh, I teach at New Horizon Academy. New Horizon Academy. That
Right, probably go over there.
you wanna go over there? Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah,
On the
New.
toilet.
Yeah, man. You should come. You should totally come. It's a nice school. Um, theme. The theme is mathematical concepts. But you almost finished, eh? You almost finished. Might as well finish at all. Um, all right. So today is Wednesday, right? I hope today is. Yeah, today is Wednesday. Okay, we're gonna begin at a good place. I hope that you all know how to do this. This shouldn't be hard for you. Um, so we're gonna start off. We did this topic before, but um we never did this type of question. And so I'm going to teach this topic. But this time I'm gonna give you another type of example. All right. So section one, we only looked at one specific type of these questions, and so I'm gonna switch it up today. So you're gonna do order of operations, but this time we're gonna be looking at um, I want to look at one that has I want to look at the type that has square roots and exponents. Okay, so we need to look at those ones that has that particular type. Those ones that has that particular, what should I say, those particular things inside of them, the square root and the exponent. So we're gonna begin with prerequisite information. This is stuff that you should know before we actually get into the topic. So prerequisite, why does saying prerequisite information. Did I spell that right? Yeah, prerequisite information. All right. What you need to know for these type of questions is, if I ask, I start with Deja. What's the square root of 1?
Should I be one?
You ask me or you telling me?
Okay, it's one.
It's 1. Very good. All right. And the reason why it's 1 is because 1 times 1 is 1. And then we got the square root of 4. Jasmine, what's the square root of 4?
2 times 2.
The square root of 4 is? I want 1 digit.
4.
No, the square root of 4. The square root of 4 is what? Anyone want help out? Square root of 4.
2.
2. And that's because 2 times 2 is what?
4.
4. Miss Aaliyah Archer, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm good.
I haven't receiving any notes from you. Can you send me some today?
Can I hear you?
Can you send me some today?
Okay.
All right. Send me some notes. I haven't seen anything from you yet. Do you know my number?
My
Aaliyah?
mom does.
Okay, your mom does. Okay, good. So please send me your notes. Let me have the square root of 9. What's the square root of 9, Rosario? Square root of 9. Another one from Rosario.
2. I like him.
Square root of 9.
3.
3. Thank you, Zaria. Why is the square root of 9 3? Because 3 times
3. 3 is 9.
3. Please forgive me. I want to do something as well. Please forgive me. Um, this is 1 squared, which is 1. And then, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I'm so sorry. Please find a way to forgive me. The reason I want to arrange it in a certain way. So it's actually 1 squared, which is equal to 1 times 1, which is equal to 1. Then we have 2 squared, which is equal to 2 times 2, and that's equal to 4. Then we have 3 squared, which is equal to 3 times 3, which is, what is 3 times 3, Diamond?
9.
9, very good. 3 times 3 is 9. And then we have the square root of 16. What's the square root of 16? Mr. Deshaun,
Yes, sir.
square root of 16.
4.
4, very good. And that's because 4 squared is 4 times 4. And what is 4 times 4, Fring Pong? 4 times 4, Mr. Fring Pong Kantanko. I'm not hearing from him. Matthew, what is 4 times 4? I'm not hearing from Matthew either.
Me?
I got answer this.
Go ahead, answer it.
16.
16.
Very good. All right, then we have the square root of 25. So the square root of 25 equals 5. And the reason why that's the case is because we have 5 squared, and 5 squared is 5 times 5. What is 5 times 5?
25.
25. And then we have the square root of 36, which is what?
6.
6. Alright, thank you, Frank Pong, for putting my number in the chat. Thank you for blasting me like that. That's totally fine. I am not offended at all. 6 times 6 equals to
36.
36. Alright, then we have the square root of 49. What's the square root of 49?
7.
7. And the reason why that's the case is because
7 times 5 is 4.
7 squared. 7 squared is what? 7 times 7, which is 49. And then we have the square root of 64, which is what? Square root 8. 8. Yes, the square root of 64 is 8. And that's because 8 squared equals to 8 times 8. And 8 times 8 is 64. And then we have the square root of 81, which is what?
9.
9. Very good. And 9 squared equals to 9 times 9, which is going to be 81. And then we have the square root of 100,
10.
which is 10. Very good. Because 10 squared equals to 10 times 10.
100.
Very good, which is 100. And then we have the square root of 121, which is what?
11.
11. Because 11 squared is going to be 11 times 11, which is 121. Then we have the square root of 144,
12.
which is 12, because 12 squared equals to 12 times 12, which is what?
144.
144. Alright, so those are the complete list from 1 to 12 of our square roots and our square numbers. The name, the cute name that we give to these numbers are the numbers 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 80, 81, 100, 121, and 144. The word that we give to those numbers, or the name that we give to them, we call them perfect squares. Perfect squares. Because when you take the square root of them, they give us um, an exact or whole number. All right, that's what we mean by perfect squares. Okay. All right. So next up we have good. So that's the prerequisite information that we need in order to answer these questions. So let's begin. Oh, another thing that we need to know, let me just mention this briefly, is order of operations. So some of you know it, some of you don't. We did this before in this class in the summer. P is for parentheses, E is for exponents, M is for multiplication, D is for division, A is for addition, S is for subtraction. So we do parentheses first, we do exponents second, then we do multiplication and division from left to right, then we do addition and subtraction from left to right. So that is the order that we're going to be doing these operations. So let's begin with our first example. Example number 1. So examples So we call that acronym PEMDAS, or some people know it as BODMAS, BIDMAS. Okay. So the instructions is very simple. We just want to simplify. All right. So we're gonna begin with the first question. Question number 1. And the question is, let's say we have the square root of 36. Someone have a question? Can you go back to the last slide? I was doing something. Okay, no problem, Zaria. I could go back to the last slide. All right, good. All right. All right, next up, let's move on. I hope that's all you needed to do, Zaria. Let me know if I need to go back, all right? So you have the square root of 36 plus, okay, she's okay. So you have the square root of 36 plus 4 times 5 minus 3 squared. So you have the square root of 36 plus 4 times 5 minus 3 squared. Okay, so with this one, what should I do first? Should I do the square root, the multiplication? Okay,
Square root.
the square root. Okay. Do we agree with her, or think we should do multiplication first?
I just guess into it.
You're just guessing. Okay. Does anyone agree with her that we must do the square root first?
I agree.
Okay, Albanic says she agree. Anyone else agree?
I agree.
Okay, Bino says he's agree. The reason why, there's no need to guess. What's her name? Jasmine. Remember, in math we do not guess. Trust me, in math we do not guess, right?
And you're supposed to start from front though.
No, the reason why, remember the order of operations. PEMDAS. Let me show you it again. So PEMDAS, look. For PEMDAS,
Parentheses.
we start with parentheses. If there is no parentheses, then we go to exponents. So let me just show you what I mean. So let's look at this. So this is the order of operations. So we start with parentheses. If there is no parentheses, then we go to exponents. And exponents would be stuff like these, or stuff like the square root. Okay? So if you have a square root, that's an exponent. And it have the power of 2. So if we have 3 squared, 2 squared, 5 squared, 3 to the power of 4, those are exponents. So we either do the parentheses first. If the parentheses are not first, if we don't have the parentheses, like how we don't have no parentheses here, we move to exponents, which will be like the squares and the square root. Then we do multiplication from left to right. Sorry, multiplication or division from left to right. Then addition and subtraction from left to right. So once again, what's the first thing that we're going to do here? The first thing.
You're gonna do something with the 3 squared?
Okay, so we could either do the 3 squared first or the square root. That it doesn't matter because both of them are exponents. Okay, so let's do them at the same time. What is the square root of 36, Diamond?
Oh.
Diamond. Diamond, what's the square root of 36?
6.
6, very good. Diamond, are you okay? You sound tired. Hey, Diamond, are you alright?
Pardon?
Are you okay? You sound low. Or you sounded low.
I good.
Okay. Okay, so in the next thing we do, after we do the square root of 36, we bring down the 4 times, and then it's going to be 3 squared. What is 3 squared? Anyone can answer?
3 squared.
3 squared, yeah.
6 times 6.
3 squared. We saw that before in the last slide. 3 squared.
Wait,
Say it
hold on.
again.
3
3 times
times
3.
3.
3 squared is 3 times 3. What is 3 times 3?
9.
9. Very good. It's 9. Good. Now, what's the next thing that we're going to do? We have addition, we have subtraction, we have the multiplication. Which one are we going to do
Add
now?
6 plus 4.
You're going to
Add
add
6
6
plus
plus
4.
4. You sure you're going to add? Look at the order of operation.
Wait, multiply.
We multiply first. So you multiply before you add. So we're going to multiply 4 times 5, which is what?
20.
20. So
What?
6 plus 20 minus 9. Good. Are we going to add or subtract first?
Add.
We add because addition comes first, and it's in this situation because if we're looking from left to right, addition is the one that comes first. So 6 plus 20 is 26 minus 9. What is 26 minus 9?
17.
Say it again. I get better, y'all.
17.
17. Very good. So that's how we do this one. The first thing that we do is we do the exponents, the square root of 36 and 3 squared. So the square root of 36 is 6. 3 squared is 9. The next thing that we do is we obviously write them back again. Then the next thing that we do is we multiply the 4 and the 5, which gives us 20. And then we add 20 and 6, which is give us 26. 26 minus 9 is 17. Okay, let's do another one. If there's no questions on that, let's do another one. So let me move this. Let's move this. Maybe we can make it smaller. Still keep it because we need to remember what we're doing and how we're doing it. All right, so let's begin. So number 2.
We get the same answer.
Say it again.
Maybe when we do it, we get the same answer. No.
No. So if we would have add first then multiply, it would have been wrong. Okay, it definitely would have been wrong. Okay, so be careful. Keep the order. Okay, so let's say we have the square root of 16 plus 5 times 6 minus 4 squared. So what's the first thing we do?
Find the square root and do the 4 squared thing.
Very good. Say do the 4 squared thing. Yes, do the exponent. So the square root of 16 is what?
4.
4. Hello, Julie. How you doing? Julie, how you doing? Hello, Julie.
Hey, good.
What's your full name?
Julie,
Your full name, your last name. What's your last name? Your surname?
Karen,
Carol. Did you send me any notes yesterday?
no, sir.
No. Can you, once you finish with class today, can you send me the class notes, please? Do you know my number?
Okay. I think my mommy have it.
You didn't give me my number. Okay, good. So please do that for me, please. Last night I was trying to get your attention,
Okay.
but I couldn't get it. What was happening?
My mic was not working.
Okay. Okay, that's no problem. I'm glad that your mic is working now. But next time, just type in the chat that your mic is not working so I can know that you're here. Okay? All right.
Okay.
But send me the class notes for today. All right.
Okay.
All right. Now we have 4 plus 5 times 6 minus 4 squared. What is 4 squared?
16.
16. Very good. All right. Lachey. Lachey Gator. Are you here? Is there Lachey
Who
here?
you calling?
No, not Deja. Lachey. I think there's a Lachey here. She should be here. Am I mistaken? Oh, I don't see Lachey today. She's usually with you. She's here? Okay. All right. Noel. Lewis. Noel Lewis. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What's the next thing that we do?
You have the put the 4 and then multiply 5 times 6.
Very good. What is 5 times 6, Noel?
30.
30. Very good. Minus 16. Good. All right, good. What's the next thing that we do? Where's Natea? Natea, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you understanding things?
Not like that.
Not like that. Okay. What do you think we're gonna do here at this point? We have 4 plus 30 minus 16. Should we add or subtract first? What do you think?
Subtract.
Subtract. Let's look at the previous example. Here, what did we do? This example right here.
You add 6 plus 20.
Very good. So what do you think we're gonna do in this case?
Add 4 plus 30.
Very good. What is 4 plus 30?
34.
34. Very good. Miss Natalia, did you send me notes yesterday?
No, sir.
Okay. Can you do that tonight for me, please?
Okay.
You have my number?
My mommy have your number.
Okay, good. Hello, Serenity. How you doing? Serenity, are you good? Serenity. I'm not hearing from Serenity. What is 34 minus 16?
18.
34 minus 16 is 18. Very good. So the correct answer here is 18. Shazmin Butler. Are you understanding things?
Yes, I understand everything.
Okay. I know you were confident. We called you Miss Confident yesterday, so
Oh God.
yeah. Math is your favorite subject, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, alright. Alright, so that's easy stuff for you.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Alright. So I openly get the Pythagoras theorem. You're saying the same thing. Alright? Alright, so okay, so I think that's that. Let's do 2 more. And then we can do the exercises. Sorry, this is not us. This is not us. Sorry, my apologies. Alright. This laptop is up a mind of its own sometimes. You know how it goes. I will not be here tomorrow. Okay. We'll certainly miss you tomorrow if you're not here. But we understand. Alright. Okay, so let's do another one. Alright, examples. So, like I said, we're going to do 2 more. So this is going to be, let's say we have, this is number 3. So we're going to do the square root of 25 plus 7 times 4 minus 2 squared. Alright, so let's do this. What's the first thing we're going to do?
You're gonna deal with
Square
the
root.
The square root of 25, which is going to give us 5
Hi.
plus 7 times 5. We keep it. 7 times 4 rather. And then it's going to be minus, what is 2 squared?
4.
Very
4.
good. 2 squared is 4. Alright, next we have, this is going to be equal to, what do we do? Add, multiply, subtract.
Multiply.
Multiply, very good. So we have 5 times, what is 7 times 4? 28, very good. Minus 4 is going to be equal to, what do we do? Add or subtract first?
Add.
Add, most definitely. 5 plus 28 is what?
30.
What? Jose?
33.
33?
I think.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Yes, 33. We have 33 minus 4. That's going to give us
29.
29. I think it's 29. My Russ has got 29. Anyone else got 29? Anyone else got 29?
I got 29.
Yourself, I get 29.
It's 29, indeed. Rosaria, yes, ma'am. I see your hand raised.
No, I get 29.
Okay, you got 29 as well. Okay, good. All right. And the final example, before we actually get into the exercises of today. Final example. So we square it, excuse me, square root of 9, sorry, plus 5 times 3 minus 1 squared. By the way, what is 0 squared? We never really did do 0 squared. What is 0 squared?
1.
0 squared is 1? Wow.
0.
Oh. 0 squared is 0 times 0. Alright, baby, I know it's 0. Okay, baby. We got it. 0 squared is 0 times 0, which is 0. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do here is the square root of 9. What's the square root of 9?
3.
3 plus, we have 5 times 3. What is 1 squared?
1.
1, very good. And it's going to be equal to, what do we do? Multiply, add, subtract?
Multiply.
Multiply. So 3 plus 5 times
15.
3 is 15. Very good. Minus 1. So it's going to be equal to, what is 3 plus 15?
18.
18. So 18 minus 1. 18 minus 1 is
17.
17. Alright, so please take down those examples. And we're going to do the exercises. Hello, Rashawn Rule. Is your mic working? Rashawn Rule. Yes, okay. Serenity, Castilian, are you there? Serenity. We'd really like to hear from you, Serenity. Thank you, Miss Gator, for sending your notes. I saw them. Okay, so let's move to our exercises. I'm gonna give you. Anyone can guess how much exercises I'm gonna give you? Just give a guess.
7.
7.
3.
7.
10,
7.
10 or 8.
10 or 8.
4.
What? 10 or 8? Wow.
5.
Who said 5?
3.
Me, Amaya.
Amaya.
5.
5. Why 5? Why would I give you 5?
I'm not sure.
I always give you all 5. So I don't intend to change today.
27.
47. Oh boy. I need to give you
26.
27. I need to give y'all 27 for real. That'll take y'all all night. Alright, exercise number 1. Order of operations. Dealing with square and square roots. This should be nice and quick. I hope. I want everybody to answer in the chat, please. This is a straightforward exercise. This is not like, what did we did that was difficult? Maybe better by, or what we did yesterday. Anyway, I even forget what we did yesterday. What we did yesterday?
Linear equations.
Linear equations, yeah, not linear equations with fractions.
I hate them.
Man, that took all of yesterday. I was like, whoa.
You know what mixed me up with that, what you did yesterday? Like my teacher just teach me something. I know there's the same thing, but they both have variables. And instead of getting rid of the denominator, you have to keep it. So I confuse which is which.
Give me the type of question. Let's see.
Like it'll be like 2x over 5 take away 3x over 3.
Say it again. 2x over 5.
Take away 3x over 3.
Over 3. Oh, they're different, man. That's it, right?
Yes, be like that. But then he said you have to keep the denominator.
Yeah, you have to keep it. You don't want to get rid of it. This would be called. This is algebraic fractions, right? So with this one, the goal is not to solve for x. Okay, Deja? The goal is not to solve for x. The goal is to simplify these fractions. We really combine them to make them 1. So we're not trying to find x is equal to, 5 or 2 or 10 or something like that, or 33.33. The goal is to simplify them. So that's why you would try to keep the denominators, not trying to get rid of them. Okay? So that's the difference. The difference with these type of questions, they would say simplify, or they would say evaluate, or they would say, combine the fractions. But they will never say solve for x. The questions that we did yesterday was solving for x. Does that help to differentiate them for you, Deja?
Not really, because I didn't. My teacher, like, he put all the Bgcse paper 1 and 2 from 2017 straight to 2021. He put all of them as our final exam. I just get it back, right? And some of them had it like this, like where they would, like he just have them on the paper. He have no instructions. He just have like this one, and then he have like the ones you gave yesterday. So how are you supposed to tell the difference?
Okay, good question. So notice with this type of question, right? I don't have equals to 5. See that? Like, I just have this expression now, right? But with the ones I give you, I would have say, 2 over 3 x plus 10 plus equals to 4 over 5 x. You understand? It's an equation because I have an equal sign there. So with this one, you want to solve for x. With this one, you just want to combine them. You see?
So you're saying the one above is an expression?
Yes. That we have to simplify.
No, I was saying, are you saying the one above is an expression?
Yes, an expression that we must simplify.
And the one with the equal sign is the equation?
Yes, that we must solve for x.
Wow.
Okay, that's the difference. So this is an expression that we must simplify. This is an equation that we must solve for the value of x. Okay, so yeah, just bear it in mind. Okay, don't get confused. All right, next up. All right, so what's the instructions? The instructions is to simplify, yes. All right, so question number 1. We have the square root of 49 plus 6 times 4. No, that's 6 times 4. My apologies. Six times 8 minus 5 squared. Number 2 is the square root of 81 plus 10 times 9 minus 8 squared. Number 3, the square root of 64 plus 9 times 7 minus 7 squared. Number 4, the square root of 121 plus 8 times 3 minus 4 squared. Number 5, the square root of 100 plus 2 times 5 minus 1 squared. Alright, so let me begin the timer. So you have 3 minutes to complete these questions. That's 3 minutes to complete the following questions. And the timer has begun. Once you are done with answering the questions, just put the number and the answer in the chat. All right, so while you all are working, I would think that this is the appropriate time to do my regular announcements. The first announcement is with regards to class notes. So as you are behind your monitor, you have in front of you your book and you have your pen and you are attentive. Your book and your pen is for taking notes, and the notes you will, take a picture of them and send them to me via WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 426-8891, and I want everyone, all 20, it's about 26, 20, about 28 of you, thereabout, that are in the class in general. There are about 24 that are here now. Please do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Send the class notes for me, please. The second thing is I want you that while we are going through these exercises and problems, please pay attention. The last thing I want you to do is to get yourself distracted by going on things that you shouldn't go on during class time. So try to be attentive. Try to be very attentive, as these are virtual classes. Next thing is, don't be afraid to ask any questions. If you have any questions, let me know. Even if you have to message me or whatever, let me know if there's something that you do not understand so that I can explain it for you. All right. Right about now, you should be putting in your answers to the questions in the chat box. Once you're done with the questions, just send the answers to me. Already there are persons sending in their answers. You have a few more moments to complete this exercise. Less than 1 minute left. So hopefully you are well on your way to completing them. All right. Thank you, Zion. Zion, you finished all 5? Zion Smith.
It's a little bit of time because I just finished one.
Miss Jasmine. Jasmine says she need more time. Oh boy. Dylan. Oh boy, Dylan. Dylan, you ain't playing this year, you know. Hey, Dylan.
Yes, sir.
You ain't playing this year at all.
No, sir.
No. Just send 5 one time. You ain't got no time to play. All right, that is time. Do we need more time? Or are we good?
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Oh, child. Let me give you all 1 more minute. All right. Who's not? Oh, I don't see responding. Oh, Tessa Albury. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
I don't see your answers in the chat. Do you understand what's happening? Oh, Tessa, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you sending your answers? When are you going to send them? Hello, Tessa. When are you going to send your answer? All right, Julie. But please, Julie, don't forget to send me the class notes of what you wrote. All right, Deshaun. Oh, Tessa, are you there? Okay, she's sending hers.
I was sending in the answers.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for sending them. Jazaria Ferguson, are you here?
Yes, sir. I typing it in right now.
Typing it in now. Okay. Miss Confidence. How confident are you in your answers today?
Everything is right.
Everything is right. Oh boy, that's some confidence. Okay, nothing wrong with that. You ain't, I see you put in your TikTok thing yet. You ain't want us to follow you, eh?
Oh, mommy, give me the thing so I can put it in the chat. Mommy, give me the thing.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This Miss Famous, soon to be famous personnel. So when she get famous, just say, "Hey, I remember you was in my class. Remember?" All right. Serenity, are you here? Serenity. I'm not hearing about Serenity. That's troubling. Zaria, Weddingburn. I know I messed up your last name. Please forgive me.
Okay.
Are you here?
Yes, sir.
You answered the questions.
Yes, sir. I sent my answers in the chat.
Okay. How about Aaliyah? Aaliyah Archer, are you here?
Yeah, so
I don't see your answers in the chat.
I'm typing it now.
Okay. Angela Penniman, do you understand what's happening? Angela Penniman. I'm not hearing from Angela. Thank you, Frimpong. Kantanka. Who else? John Rule. Chris Ramming. Do you understand what's happening?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chris Ramming, you haven't sent in your notes, from yesterday. So,
Oh,
yeah, can you do that right after class today?
yes, sir. I could try.
Please. All right, so a special thanks to Albanic, Amaya, Noel, Chris Ramming, Deja, Albanic, Zion, Renshawn, Dylan, Rakia Roll, Diamond, Shazmin Butler, Deshawn, Matthew, Odessa, Saria, Renshawn, Bino, Cesaria Ferguson, Frank Punkata,
Yes.
and Noel. Did I miss anyone? I hope I didn't miss anyone. All right. Thank you all for posting your answers in the chat. And everyone, there is Shazmin Butler's TikTok. That's her account. And so she is a sensation. She was on my face. LOL, she was on my FYP yesterday. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she is a TikTok sensation. She is a TikTok sensation. All right. All right, so let's begin. Maybe she could post some maths on there, showing them how to do square root. Okay, so let's begin with number one. Who wants to help me with number one? I don't know anyone else help me with number one. No one will help me with number one. Okay, let's go. So number one is, I see Albert. I guess your hand raised.
Me.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Help me with number one. So we have the square root of 49 plus 6 times 8 minus 5 squared is going to be equal to, what's the square root of 49? That's what? 7, very good. Plus 6 times 8. Well, we have to put 6 times 8, very good. And then it's
Minus
going to be equal to 5 squared is 25, very good. It's going to be equal to Well, we
7.
multiply, right?
Yes, sir.
What is 6 times 8?
48.
48, very good, and not 42. Minus 25.
Every time.
Then we have, please make sure your mic is unmuted. I mean, your mic is muted during the chat because we don't want to hear domestic outbursts. That's not nice. All right, then we have 48 plus 7, which is what?
55.
55 minus 25
Equals 30.
Equals
and
30.
55 minus 25
30.
is 30.
30.
Very good. 30. So the correct answer for number 1 is 30. So if you got 30 for this one, you are correct. Correct too. I saw this number in those answers, so I believe y'all are on to something. Okay, so that was the first one. Then we have the second one, which is the square root of 81 plus 10 times 9 minus 8 squared. So this is minus 8 squared. This is going to be equal to, what's the square root of 81? That's what?
9.
9, very good. Plus 10 times 9. What's 8 squared?
64.
64, very good. It's going to be equal to 10 times 9 is
90.
very good, 90 minus 64. It's going to be equal to 9 minus 90 is 99 minus 64. What is 99 minus 64?
35.
35.
Who said that? I heard a male voice said 75. Sort of deep. Who was that? That's what, Noel? 99 minus 64 is 35.
Yeah, 33. Let's see the wrong.
What did I do wrong here? 9, 90. Yeah, that's right.
I say math.
Say it again.
I must count.
Okay.
I 30.
Yeah, it's 35. So the second one is 35. Good. Then we have number 3. Number 3 is square root of 64.
8.
Let me write it down first. 9 times 7 minus 7 squared. And so we have here is just the square root of 64. That's 8
8.
plus 9 times 7 minus, what is 7 squared? That's what?
49.
49, very good. And then we do 9 times 7. What is 9 times 7?
63.
63, very good. 63 minus 49. What is 8 plus 63?
71.
71, very good. Minus 49. And it's going to be equal to...
It's so confusing.
What's confusing?
I mean, like, it's too much things to do.
Too much things to
Add,
do?
multiply, subtract.
So,
I was getting lost on number 2.
okay, yeah, it's just you have to be very careful with, choosing which one comes next, all right? Just be very careful with that. So 71 minus 49 is going to give us what?
22.
22. So the third one is 22. Miss Butler, are we on track? We still on track, or getting anything wrong yet?
Yeah, I get it.
You on track, so none wrong yet.
All my questions right.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh wow, confidence I see. All right, how about you, Miss Umbrista? How are we looking?
I only get number 2 wrong.
Okay.
Same thing, all my questions right.
All the answers right, boy. I thought y'all say y'all hate maths. I don't understand. I thought y'all say y'all don't like maths. Y'all getting all these things right. And I know what to do. I think what I need to do is...
You don't need to do none.
Oh boy. I didn't do nothing. Alright.
Keep it just like this.
Keep it just like this. Alright. By special request. I get honor that request. Alright, so what's the square root of Deja, we need to turn this into SAT classes. SAT class math.
You said we need to turn this into what?
The SAT class math, remember?
I ain't even saw this on the SAT. The SAT literally
I'm saying that's what
like to make something like this more difficult. They probably put some type you don't recognize for square root or something, and then you would not do it.
Yeah, I know. They probably gonna put sigma for us. And then the square root of 121 is what? It's 11 plus 8 times 3 minus 4 squared is 16 equals 2. 11 plus, oh, I almost add these two. You're not supposed to add them. 8 times 3 is 24 minus 16 is going to be equal to 11 plus 24 is what? That's 35 minus 16 is going to be equal to 35 minus 16, which is 19, 19. All right. Okay. So that's 19. And the final question of our exercises is the square root of 100 plus 2 times 5. Oh, I like this. It's a bright yellow. Minus 1 squared is going to be equal to, what's the square root of 100?
That's yellow.
Yeah, that's yellow. How does it look on your
That one
screen?
right.
It look red?
Right.
Oh, wow. It's
10.
10. Very good. Thank you for the person who said 10. Plus 2 times 5, which we put it down here. 2 times 5 minus 1 squared. Oh, 1 squared is 1. It's going to be equal to 2 times 5 is what?
10.
10 plus, yeah, 10. Look at that. I didn't realize. Minus 1. 10 plus 10 is
20.
20. Very good. 20 minus 1 is what?
19.
1, 9, 19. Very good. All right. And so that's how we do that particular one. Oh, wow. Matthew. Matthew, are you here? Matthew Clare.
Yes, sir.
Your handwriting is very neat. That is excellent, man. Keep it up, okay?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I'm impressed. Really.
Wish I could write good.
His handwriting is... The only person who I see is right like this is persons who, like, they just have a why? Wow. This is very good for grade 9. Excellent, man. Wow. I wish I could show y'all it. I mean, I can, but I don't know if he'll be. But it's a very good, I mean, excellent, man. Excellent handwriting. I like to see stuff like that. Compared to some handwriting I see. I ain't call no name. I am not gonna call any name. But
See me?
you know who you are. You know who you are. No, you are. Thank you, Miss Butler. I mean, you and Michael Matthew almost write the same. Very good. Good stuff, man. Very good. All right. Good. I don't think we've ever done this topic inside here before, but I hope that everybody have done this. It's something that you should have learned before. If you haven't learned it, then I'm very sorry, but you can learn it today. But I believe that everybody have some exposure with this topic. Um, so section number 2. Measures of central tendency. All right. So we're going to be looking at measures of central tendency. And the way that we're going to introduce it is by looking at airings, right? Everyone have done measures of central tendency before, right?
It sounds like a psychology topic with a central tendency.
All of you all have done it before. I'm certain of it.
I don't think so.
No, I'm sure you all have done this before. I'm telling you all have done
Maybe I never heard that before.
You never had it before? That's not true, man. I'm sure you all have done this before.
Earnings? What that is?
Not earnings. I mean, I thought not earnings. Earnings is what we're gonna be talking about, but measures of central tendency. All of y'all have done it, and I can tell you. Okay, what's her name? The one who's the head of the class. The one who TikTok. Shazman Butler. And you've ever done measures of central tendency before, right?
I never heard of that before.
Never ever done. Zion. I sure Zion I heard of that before. Zion Smith? Is it Zion Smith? I think it's
Zion? Not Zion.
Zion, yeah. Go ahead, Zion. You heard about this before, right?
No, sir.
No? And all of y'all have done this before. I am
never saw
telling you.
this exact topic, but I feel like if I see, I might know.
Yeah, I know. All right, let me help you. When I say measures of central tendency, okay, so let me help you. So the measures of central tendency are mean, median, and mode.
I couldn't just say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this is.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yes, that's measures of
I was
central
hurting
tendency.
off my head.
Yeah.
But I know that is mean.
Y'all know what mean, median, and mode is, right? Okay.
Yeah. I go like that.
Okay, good. So measures of central tendency and range. That's what we.
And
You doing
range.
just with that?
And range. Range.
Yeah, I do, and just Audacity is doing. Yeah. Okay, so range is not a measure of central tendency. So range is typically not considered a measure of central tendency, but it's a measure of dispersion. So basically, when we say measure of central tendency, we're looking at when we look at the data, what set of values, for example, when we look at mean tells us the set of values that our data set is around. Like, say for example, if we get a mean of 67, that means that our data is basically around 67, right? You may have some people that is 56, some people, okay, no problem. You may have some people who is 56, some people who is 62, some people who are 63, 65, 70, 71, but it's basically telling you what your data set is basically the number that it's going to be around. So mean is a very good, important number because it tells us in general what the
And
other.
that's the secret.
Say it again.
Which one of them is the sequence?
Is which one of them is the sequence, you say?
Sequence.
Sequence. Sequence. The mean is when you add up the numbers and divide it by the amount that you have. The median, obviously, that's the middle number, and the mode
Yeah,
is,
that's what I mean.
or the middle number,
The
and then
sequence of the movie.
the mode is the number that occurs most often, or the most popular value. Okay. So when we say central tendency, we're talking about basically attempting to summarize the data using one value that represents the middle or the center of its distribution. Okay, and the range tells us dispersion, so how wide our values go. So if we have a range of 27, that tells us that if we have a range of 20, maybe our highest value is 70 and our lowest value is 50. So it tells us how wide our numbers go. Okay, so let's begin with measures of central tendency, measures of central tendency, or mean, median, and mode. But we're going to be looking at earnings. So earnings, that's the example that we're going to be looking at. And so section 2. Oh wait, examples, right? Example. All right, no problem, Matthew. All right, so we're going to be looking at this lady's earnings. So the numbers that we're going to be dealing with is, so let's write this down. So the earnings of Annette for this week at her part-time job are the following. Number one, $10.80. Number two, $16.20. Number three, $10.80. The next one is $27. The next one is $10.80. And the next one is $16.20. Can you go back to the last slide? Okay, sure. So let me go back to the last slide. Someone asked me to go back.
I didn't know the answer.
You didn't know the answer? Oh boy. I ain't even asked the question yet. She ready to know the answer. All right, okay. No problem. When it comes to money, y'all know y'all be on point with the answer. Cause y'all ain't getting robbed. That's good. All right. So the first one is, it says calculate her mean earnings for this week. All right. So when it comes to mean, what do we mean by mean? That's interesting, right? What do we mean by mean? Mean is, give me another word for mean. Average. Average. Very good. So for the mean, we are going to add up all the values that we are given, right? And then divide it by the amount of values that we have. Okay, so mean is going to be, the first thing we're going to do is add up all the values that we have. So it's going to be what? 10, 80. Help me out. What else? Plus what? 16, 20. Plus what else? 10, 80. Plus what else? 27.
1080.
Plus 1080. Plus what else? 16, 20. Is that right? 1080, 16, 20, 1080, 27, 1080, 16, 20. Very good. How much values do we have? How much in our data set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. So it's going to be 6, all divided by 6. So the first thing we're going to do, let's put the top in brackets now, because we're going to add them first. it's going to be equal to so let's add all them. So let me go to my calculator. Calculator, where are you? Now you may be wondering why I have a parade on my laptop. That's because I was trying to teach my Galat students what does procession means. So I was telling them it's like a parade. So 1080 plus what? 16 what? 20 plus what? 1080. Anyone got an answer?
80.
Plus
Yeah,
27. Anyone got an answer yet? Plus
I got answer.
what is it?
15.3.
15.
9180.
9180. Okay, someone say 9180.
That's after
That's after you divide it. Okay. So 27, 10.3 plus 16.20. All right, we got 91.8. All right, 91.8 is what we got. So let's put that inside this. So this is going to be 91.8 is the answer, and we're going to divide that by 6. Okay, so divided by 6. So we're going to take 91.8 and divide it by 6. This fraction bar means divide. So just remember that. This fraction bar means divide. So 91.8 divided by 6. Okay, it dropped. Alright, so waiting for it to come back up. Why is this connected to my phone? That's the problem.
Recording in progress.
Alright, the screen gone black. Someone say the screen. The screen gone black. Someone say the screen gone black.
Yeah, sir, the screen going black.
The screen gone black. Okay. It's on now.
Yes.
Okay, let me do something. I have the. Oh my. Okay, stop recording. Sound.
Recording stopped.
Good. Alright, so the screen went black because I had internet issues, so glad I'm back. I didn't realize that I was actually hotspotting when I'm supposed to be using my home internet. That's sad. So now all the data is going. Well, has gone. Not all, but you know, majority, I guess. A lot, I guess. Hopefully not. Hopefully things work out fine. So 91.8 divided by 6, what we get? 15 point what?
Say
it again.
15.3.
15.3, very good. So the mean is gonna be $15.30. So that's the mean. Remember, notes. Another word for mean is average. Okay. All right, next up is B. So let me move this slanting thing So B. Oh, not B. Can't be B. Let's do AII. All right. So the next thing that we want to do is already calculate her mean. How about her median earnings? Excuse me. Calculate her median earning. So 15.30 is
How
a
do you get
measure.
that 15.30?
I divide 91.8 by 6.
Oh.
Yeah. So her median earnings. So 15.30 is a measure of central tendency. It's a summary of the data using one value to describe the range, the kind of range of values that we are dealing with. Okay. So if 10 is close to 15, 16 is close to 15. All these numbers are close to 15, generally speaking, right? Some a little way off, some lower, some higher, some very close. It's a measure of central tendency, telling us, giving us a ballpark area of what's happening. So we're dealing with earnings today. Earnings, right? All right, next up. So we want her median earnings. All right, and what we mean by median? Median is what? Don't be shy. What is a median? No one is answering me. It's what, 24, 23 of
I
you.
think
Median. All right.
The middle number.
The middle value. Very good. So the median is the middle value. But before we figure what is the middle value, we have to arrange the numbers in.
Least
Yeah,
least grade.
we have to arrange it these.
In numerical order.
Well, not in numerical order, in from us in ascending order. Okay, because numerical order.
Least.
Someone said at least the greatest. Yeah. So numerical order is basically it's a set. Let me say, numerical order. That ain't really a type of order because numerical is just means number. So um,
Hi, Mr. Petit.
hey, the OG,
see.
the OG, the OG. How you doing out, Shanique?
Good.
Oh my, good to have you here. And I can't wait till you come back.
That was me. You say least greatest.
Oh, that's you say least the greatest. Only could have been. Only could have been. All right. I can't wait till you come back. I know what you're
Yeah.
still waiting on. Yes, I hope you all get sorted out. So you're in grade 10. That's a big feat, boy. All the way in grade 10. Oh boy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For those who don't know, this is Elshni Cooper, one of my favorite students. She did very well last semester. Very well. Oh my. Oh my. Exceptionally well. And so she's coming back again. You'll get to know her. If you stay in this class, you'll get to know her very well and very quickly. She is like that. Very good. You'll get to love her. That's like how I did. So yeah. So we're gonna arrange these numbers from least to greatest. Which one are we gonna start off with?
1080.
1080, yes, 1080. So we have 1080 how much times? One, two, three times, right? So we have to write that three times, right? So this is 1080 and 1080.
I'll see you later, Miss Petit.
Sure, no problem. And 1080. So it's three times, and we have what's next after 1080?
60 and 20.
60 and 20. Very good, Miss Umbrista. You should be a math major.
Whoa, I think so.
I decree and I declare. Ah, oh boy, that'll be cool. All right, 60 and 20. Don't mind me, math. Huh, if you're a language girl and that's more like you, stick to that because math could be painful.
Yeah.
All right, then finally is 27. All right, 27. Good. All right, so those are our numbers. And so we need to arrange, we already arranged them from least to greatest. Now we need to figure out, hey, which one is in the middle? So I am going to attach 10, 20 to 27. So that's these two.
Adding, you're going to attach what?
So I'm going to connect 1080 to 27. And then 1020 to 60 and 20. And so we have two of these in the middle. You see that? Two in the middle. So 1080 goes with 27. 1080 goes with 60 and 20. And these two are in the middle. So when you have two in the middle, what do we do when we have two in the middle?
Add them and subtract, and divide by 2.
Very good, Rosaria Bennett. If we have two in the middle, we add them and divide by 2. Okay? So the median earnings. Now, if there was one in the middle, then the answer is just going to be that one number. All right? But every time you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a data set that has an even number of data points, then you're going to end up with having to add these two numbers and then divide it by 2. That's just how it happens. But if you have a data set that has an odd number of data points, then you would only have one median. All right, so let me say that again. An even number of data points, then you'd have to do it this way. You have to add two numbers and divide by 2 to get the median. But if you have an odd number of data points, then you would only have one median at the end. But for this one, we have an even number of data points. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data points in there. So we end up with 2 in the middle. So we have to add these two numbers and divide by 2. So you always do that once you have two numbers in the middle. So median earnings is 1080 plus 1620 all over 2. It's going to be equal to 1080 plus 1620. And what is that? What do we get when we add 1080 plus 1620? When we add them, what do we get?
7.
Say it again.
27.
27. Very good. And they divided by 2. Aaliyah Archer, are you here? Aaliyah Archer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not hearing much from you. That's why I asked. Then don't forget to send me the class notes as well. What is 27 divided by 2? That's what?
13.5.
13.5. Very good. So the median earnings is 13.5. Anybody have any questions regarding how we got the median? Yeah.
Me.
Who said me? Jasmine. Good. All right. Okay, what you don't understand? Go
How
ahead.
you get it?
How I get it? Okay. Okay, you understand that we arrange them in ascending order?
Yes, no.
Okay, good. You saw how we connect the last one with the first one? Sorry, the last
Yes,
one
no.
with the, sorry, the first one with the last one. The second
Mm-hmm.
one with the second to last one. But we left with these two in the middle.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
You see what we, so we add
I
these
get it.
two.
I understand now.
Yeah.
I got the same.
Okay, good. So we add these two and then divide it by 2. Okay. So that's how we get it. Anyone else have any questions? Rakia roll. Are you here?
Yeah.
You understand what's
Oh.
happening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Otessa? Otessa Albury, are you here? I'm not hearing from Otessa.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand what's happening?
Yes, sir.
No, okay. What part don't you understand? Otessa, go ahead. What part don't you understand? Hello? Hello, Otessa. You have to speak with me
Hello.
for me to help you. Oh, I guess she's shy. Um, okay. Go ahead, Albany. I heard you speaking. Albany, you were saying something?
Oh, I can remember green.
What about range? Oh, we haven't done that yet. All right. So that's median. Now let's move on to, so we end show, and that's that. And then now we're gonna do so we have the mean earnings, the median earnings. Now let's do the last two. We want to figure out so this is a triple I. We want to calculate her. So we want to calculate her modal earnings. Hello, Rashad. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what's happening?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do we mean by mode?
The number which appears most frequently.
Very good. So that's the value which appears most frequently, or the most popular value in the data set. So, and by the way, modal and mode means the same thing. So my students is like, like some students might get confused with mode and modal. You don't have to get confused with mode and modal. They're the same thing. Okay. Okay, so what's the modal earnings. What's our model earnings?
And writing all of this over?
Say it again.
Writing this over?
Writing what over? No. You have to write that part over. Just continue with A triple I, yeah. Alright, so modal earnings is going to be it's going to be what? Which value occurs the most frequently?
1080.
1080, very good. 1080. 1080. And the last one, which Albert asked for, we want the range. Oh, by the way, it's 1080. Some people might not know why it's 1080. It's 1080 because 1080 occurs 1, 2, 3 times, and no other value occurs more than that. Okay. Let me have the range. The range.
That's why you add everything up together?
No, the range is you take the... No, so note that...
Subtract the largest number from the smallest number.
Very good. So subtract the smallest number from the largest number. So the range is the difference between the largest, I guess it's the greatest. Let's use largest and smallest value in the data set. Alright, that's the range. So what's the highest value in our data set? Say it again.
27.
27, very good. And what's the lowest?
1080.
Yeah, the lowest is 1080. And so the range is going to be most definitely 27 minus 1080, which is
16.2.
16.2. 16.2. Alright, so that's how we got to get the range. I can't see, it's very small. Okay. No problem. Let me make it bigger for you, Miss Aubrey. Alright, so without looking at your notes, what is the range? What's another word for range? Without looking at your notes.
Average. No?
Average, very good.
Oh, I get that.
Without looking at your notes, what is the median?
Oh, I know that one.
The middle number.
The middle
Middle value, very good. What if you have two numbers that's in the middle? What do you do?
Cube divided by 2.
You have to do what before you divide it by 2?
Subtract them and divide them by 2.
Subtract? Subtract.
Multiply.
What? Multiply?
You add the 2 and divide by 2.
You add them.
You
add them. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope I'm doing something right. We add
no
them.
matter.
We add them. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I subtract it and make sure. Yes, we add them. Okay. Good. Now, what is the mode? What is the mode? Or the modal value?
The value which appears the most.
Good. So it's the most popular value in the data set. And the range.
Average.
The range.
The average.
The range.
Highest
Or
value.
subtracted from the biggest.
Highest value subtracted by
Lowest.
lowest. Very good. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, so that's that. How much time we have? Oh my goodness, we have 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 more minutes we have. In this 5, I'm gonna do something. I don't know. I don't know if I say interesting, but I'm gonna do something weird. I mean, I guess not really weird, but it's interesting because I'm gonna actually do a next section in 5 minutes. Yeah. Section number, what? This number 3, I think. Yeah, section number 3. So let's see if we can squeeze in another section before it's time for English. Sequences. I want us to do sequences in this short amount of time. So, my question to you is, write down the next 2 terms in this sequence. So what's the sequence of numbers that we have? So a sequence is basically a pattern, all right? So you have to think and see if you can figure out the pattern. So the first one we have is 81. The second one we have is 64. Let me see if you can crack this code, who can figure out this pattern. The next one is 47. Oh boy. I wonder what this pattern is. The next one is 30. Complete the pattern. I want the next 2 values. The next 2 values. Put your answer in the chat. The next 2 values. Put your answer in the chat for me.
Wait, what?
Yeah. The next 2 values. Put your answer in the chat. See if you can
I
crack
don't
that code.
understand. Okay.
You want to understand? I understand either. I don't know. Let's crack this code. All right. The next 2 values. That's a part of this data set. I want the next 2 values. Anyone crack the code yet?
I ain't even heard my head later.
Nah.
You want to scratch your head? Oh.
I
Hurt
think
my head too.
Anyone
well,
crack the code? Crack the code. I need the next 2 values. Someone say 13.
a negative something.
13 and negative something. That's what they
I
say.
said
Negative.
Negative. Wow.
What negative?
A negative 4.
Negative 4. Someone say 13 and negative 4.
Negative.
I know, say 13 and negative 4. Okay, interesting. Anyone else crack the code? Need to crack this code. Let's see. Rakia? Rule? You say 13 and negative 4? Okay, interesting. How are they getting these numbers?
you subtracting everything by 17.
That's what you believe? Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing. Oh boy, Miss
Yeah.
Confidence. Oh boy. Anyone else? Amia, what's your hypothesis? What's your guesses? What do you think we doing?
Reveal.
Say it again.
You're gonna wait for the reveal.
You're gonna wait for the reveal.
I get 13 and I get
13
4.
and -4. Okay. All right. Deja, iron in from you, man. What's happening? What you think? This your territory?
It is.
Yeah.
Anywho, I got the same thing.
You got the same thing. Okay. All right. Frimpong Kantanka. What's happening, Osafo? Frimpong Osafo Kantanka. What's happening, sir? Iron in from you.
I'm tired.
You tired? I hope you ain't sleeping in the class now.
I'm sleeping in my class.
You ain't sleeping?
My bed.
You sure? You on your bed?
I'm not by my bed. I'm by the office.
Oh, you're by the office. Okay. Well, I can't see you, so I guess you could take a picture and put it inside the chat so we could see you.
Turn on your camera.
We're just pulling your leg, Osaho. All right, so now it's time for the reveal, I guess. So if we look carefully, right? How do we move from 81 to 64? So let's see. 81 minus 64 is what? 17. All right. Let's do 64 minus 47. 64 minus 47 is 17 again. Okay, let's do the next one. 47. So how do we move? So in order to move from 81 to 64, we have to subtract 7. In order to move from 64 to 47, you have to subtract 17 rather. So in both cases, we had to subtract 17. How about moving from 47 to 30? So let's do that. 47 minus 30. 7 minus 0 is 7. 4 minus 3 is 1. Oh, look at that. We have to subtract by 17 again. So what do you think is the pattern?
Subtract by 17.
Subtract by 17. So we're going to take 30 minus 17. And that's going to give us 13. And then 13 subtract 17. Subtract 17. 13 subtract 17 is -4. Now this one I have to explain. So if we look at it, 13 minus 17. So the way you do this is you actually do 17 minus 14. Sorry. You actually do 17 minus 13, and then you add the negative sign. So what is 17 minus 13? That's what?
4.
4, right?
Yes, sir.
So the answer is 4. But if we look at this number, there's actually a -17. So because 17 is negative and it's higher than 13, we have to add the negative. All right. So it's -4. And so that's our answer there. All right. So we have 13 and -4. So those are our answers. Just subtracting by 17. Thank you, Mike, Matthew. Thank you. Who else? Shazman. Thank you, Renshawn, Rakia, Bino, and who else said it earlier? Deja, for getting it right before the reveal. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff on your part. All right, now we're gonna move on to English. Let's get it. Let's get this English over with. I'm not gonna keep you too long for English. Because this is a school night and you should be done in by 8:30. I'm trying to aim for 8:30 for English tonight because I have something very pressing to do right after class. So we should be done by 8:30. So let's begin. So today is what? Today is Tuesday, Wednesday, the 7th of September, 2022. All right. So today's the subject is English language. If you're already done with the math notes, you can begin sending them now. So if you're already done with the math notes, you could begin sending them now. Nothing wrong with that. Just take a picture of them and send them via WhatsApp. Or you could wait till after class. Either one is fine. But whatever you do, make sure that I have the class notes, alright? Make sure that I have them. Okay, so the last time we had English, what did we look at? Anyone can remember? The last time we had English. What did we look at?
Informal and formal writing.
Formal and informal writing. What can you tell me about that?
When you want to when you're speaking to somebody like in higher power or show or to a company or something, you speak formally. But if it's amongst your peers, you speak informal.
You speak what? Informal. Very good. What are some do's and don'ts of formal writing or standard English writing? What are things you should not do?
I forget what the word, but you shouldn't wouldn't or
you shouldn't use wouldn't.
Or don't use slang.
Don't use slang. Don't use slang. Okay. What else? So what's that word that we use for those wouldn't, shouldn't, and all those things? Those are contractions, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. We shouldn't use any contractions. What else?
fragment.
Use standard English.
Use standard English. Good. Yes. Standard English and standard grammar, right? Right? Bino says, don't use slang. Very good, Bino. Hello, Bino. Your mic isn't working.
Oh, it's working.
Okay, I just want to hear your voice. Hello, how you doing?
I good.
All is well?
Yes, sir.
You still the Karate King? Or you're a defeated champion?
Yes, sir. I ain't losing the talk.
You ain't losing the top, okay? Alright, understood. Okay. I notice you're a math king too, by the answers that you give, so I guess that's good. Alright. Okay, so let's move along. Thank you so much, Zaria for sending them out notes. Beautiful handwriting as well. One thing I'll say. Okay, so, and thank you also, Miss Pennerman, for sending in your math notes. Okay, today we're going to be looking at unity and coherence. Okay, unity and coherence. Oh, let's look at that. That is something that you need in your writing. Some people take it for granted. Your words and your writing gotta be unified. Okay. So number one, sorry. So the topic is, excuse me, unity and coherence. Oh, child. All right. So in your writing, you want to achieve unity. Now, give me some synonyms for unity. Synonyms of unity. Words that are similar to unity.
Unanimous, maybe?
Say it again.
Unanimous?
Unanimous. I like that. Unity. If you're united, you are. Can we say you are? Can you say you
Together.
Together. Okay. How about one?
You want a synonym of one?
Say it again.
You want a synonym of one?
You want a synonym of one? Say it again.
A union.
Oh, a synonym of unity. I was saying that one is a synonym of unity. Yeah. Okay, good. So in a paragraph that has unity, all sentences relate to the main idea. Okay. So you want your paragraphs to have unity, which means that all of them relate back to the same thing, which means that you don't go off on tangents. How many persons, when they write, they go off on tangents? You know, they start off writing with one thing, and then if they start off writing about cheeseburgers, at the end of the day, they end up writing
Me
about
too.
desserts. Right? Anyone? Let's go off on tangents.
Me.
Okay, yeah.
Me.
Yeah, all right. So even me, when I write, I could stray away from the main
Let's
idea.
go on to different topic.
Yes. But in order for you to stay on the right path, you have to be intentional about connecting everything to your main idea. So they either develop, support, or explain the main idea. So it's important that every one of your sentences are related to each other, and every one of your sentences are related to the main idea. They either develop the main idea some more, support the main idea some more, or explain the main idea some more. So but how do we achieve this? To achieve unity in your paragraphs, refer to your topic sentence as you draft. So when you are writing your essay, or before you write your essay, obviously you got to make a draft. Now in your draft, if you have time, make sure write a topic sentence. Or when you're writing an essay, make sure write the topic sentence. The topic sentence is the first sentence of your paragraph. This sentence tells us what the rest of the paragraph is going to be about, refer, okay? And every time you make a next sentence or another sentence, everything is going to be based off of the same topic sentence that you just said, okay? Be sure that each point is related to your topic. Now, the next thing, someone say, well, how do I achieve unity? Well, when you write your essay the first time, then now you're going to revise it, right? When you revise it, look and check and look at your sentences and say, and see which ones really and truly now are the ones that, see which sentences really or truly are the ones that actually develop and support your main idea. And if you have some ones that are off from your main idea, erase them, delete them, or edit them. Okay, so when you revise a paragraph, so you're not supposed to write a paragraph and just leave it. You're supposed to write a paragraph. After you write it, look at it and revise it. Check it. See if everything in it is what you need to be, what need to be there. All right. Now this is obviously when you're doing homework. In an exam, you're not gonna have enough time to revise and do all that stuff. So you gotta make sure that in exam, the most time you have is just to write and write properly. All right. The first time. It's hard to do that in an exam. But while you're practicing and you're not under exam conditions or when you're doing homework, this is a good time to do that. But under exam conditions, you don't want to revise each paragraph after you write it immediately because, well, that could take forever. Or if you're doing it, make sure to do it quickly because you're dealing with time. Okay? So be careful with that. But when we're talking about revising and stuff extensively, we're really talking about when you're writing not under exam conditions. Okay? Because under exam conditions, you only could do the best that you could do in the allotted time. Especially for those people who are doing Bgcse and Bgcse, you only have 45 minutes to write an essay. All right? Dying a lot of time. So you can't be trying to be a perfectionist. Okay? So write, come up with a good plan, come up with a decent plan, then write as the ideas come. So you can have a completed essay, and after you write the essay, edit a little bit as you could. But you can't make major edits or else you will not finish the exam. But if you're not in under exam conditions and this is a homework, practice, you want to write the paragraph, look at it, edit it extensively, revise it, ask yourself, do I really need these sentences? Do they actually support my main idea? Or am I going off on a tangent and saying stuff that I don't really need to say? So when you revise a paragraph, strengthen unity by deleting any sentences or details that do not develop, support, or explain the main idea. All right? So do that. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to create coherence. Now what do we mean by coherence? So we're going to explain that in this little subheading here. So we talk about unity and now coherence. So a paragraph, so when can we say a paragraph has coherence? Well, a paragraph has coherence when the ideas are arranged in a logical order and the sentences are connected so that it is clear to the reader how ideas are developed. So what I usually tell my students is that each sentence that you write, and when you write a next sentence, I must be able to see a link between the previous sentence and the sentence that you're about to write. So that's what we mean by coherence. Coherence is that all your sentences are connected to one another. So if in one sentence you're talking about fishing, and in the next sentence you're talking about the carnival, the question is, how are those sentences connected? So what you need to do, if you want to talk about all of them together, maybe you can say, maybe what ties them together is that both of them are recreational activities. So you need to have inside one sentence an idea that links to the next sentence. That's very important. Each sentence must have a connecting link that links it to the other sentence. And that connecting link is a word. So whatever word you use in one sentence, I must see that word or that idea in the next sentence so that all of your sentences are connected. And that's what we mean by coherence. Coherence means that each sentence is connected together with the same idea. All right, and that protects you against running off on a tangent. Okay. So coherence not only deals with connectedness, but also deals with logical order. I must be able to understand what you're saying and understand how you are developing these things. Okay. It must not be it must not be done in a haphazard way. You must see careful, thorough development of your ideas. Okay? So that's very important. That's coherence. Now, the type of coherence deals with how you organize your work and the logicalness in which the order flows. Okay, so the type of organization you choose depends on your topic and purpose. When you draft, order sentences. It's very important. When you draft, order sentences order the sentences in a paragraph so that what? So that one leads logically into the next. Into the next sentence. And there are some things that could help you. So you could use transitional words, and phrases to indicate the connection between ideas. All right. So now we're going to talk about, I don't think we have time to talk about types of organization, so I'm going to leave it right there. So for tonight, we just talked about unity and coherence. Establishing unity by making sure everything connects to the main idea, and establishing coherence, making sure that everything is arranged in logical order, making sure that you have a connecting link between one sentence and the next sentence. And you could do that by using transitional words or using a word in a sentence that would connect that idea to the next sentence so that everything flows smoothly. Okay? So, with that being said, if you are done writing, you can leave. We meet tomorrow again at 6 o'clock so that we can continue this journey. Tomorrow's our last day for this week. Then we continue next week. But if you are done, you can leave. Remember, please send in your class notes. Also, use the same class link as before. And I'll see you on tomorrow, God's Spare Life. All right? Take care and have a good one. See you later. Bye now. All right, Frank Bong.
Good night.
Good night, Miss Umbristo. Take care. All right, have a good one.
Good night.
All right, Miss Butler, take care.